Welcome to GreenBiz Studio. I'm John Davies, Senior Vice President at GreenBiz, and I'm excited to be speaking today with David Eichberg at HP Inc. Welcome, David.
Thanks, John. Good to be here.
David, HP recently announced its 2030 Sustainable Impact Vision and Strategy, and it's got some of the most comprehensive goals in the technology industry. So tell us about the 2030 agenda and why is HP taking these actions now?
Sure, John. This is the most consequential decade of our time. And the actions that we take today will determine whether we can collectively avert the worst impacts of climate change and to reckon with the inequalities and the inequities that prevent far too many from accessing opportunities. Businesses like HP and others must lead the way with urgency and bold action that's aligned with science and be held accountable through reliable and transparent reporting. Sustainability is increasingly a driver of customer purchasing decisions. We're seeing that. In fact, HP's sustainable impact initiatives helped drive more than $1 billion in sales wins in 2020, and that was for the second year in a row. Over the past 3 months, as you noted, HP announced bold and aggressive climate action targets, some of the most robust human rights goals, and committed to accelerate digital equity for 150 million people this decade. Our ambition is to become the world's most sustainable and just technology company, and our 2030 Sustainable Impact Agenda is designed to propel us forward and to prioritize efforts to where our technology, our talent, and our ecosystem can have the greatest impact.
That is impressive. So let's get down to some specifics in terms of this plan for climate action. Where are you focusing, and maybe even more importantly, how are you ensuring impact?
Well, as we all know, climate change is an existential threat to humanity. And following the science, if we don't limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, acute and chronic climate impacts will increasingly threaten lives and livelihoods, with marginalized communities already experiencing disproportionate impact. As a global technology company, we must do our part to stop climate change and to provide the digital solutions to enable a transition to a net zero carbon and a fully regenerative economy. This spring, we announced a series of specific climate goals, what we believe are among the most aggressive and comprehensive goals in the technology industry. So first, to address carbon emissions, HP will reduce our scope 1, 2, and 3 GHG emissions 50% by 2030 compared to 2019 baseline, and achieve net zero GHG emissions across our value chain by 2040. Second, and linked with this, is the drive to a circular economy. And we've committed to achieve 75% circularity for our products and our packaging by 2030. What that means is that 75% of HP's total product and packaging content by weight will come from reused, renewable, or recycled materials, parts, and products. And third, to address deforestation and ecosystem loss and make a contribution back to sequestering carbon, HP will maintain zero deforestation for our paper, HP branded paper and paper-based packaging, and to counteract deforestation for all non-HP paper that's used in our products and print services through investments in forest protection and restoration by the end of the decade. So these goals really highlight the progress that we're making as a company to reduce our overall footprint and strengthen our business for the long term, and to deliver the most sustainable portfolio of products and services in the industry.
That's exciting. It does sound like HP will be making a big impact. So I've been talking with David Eichberg at HP. Thanks, David.
Thanks, John.